Week 5 against the Green Bay Packers was about as big as it gets for the Las Vegas Raiders. Why? Well, from the looks of things, they were on the corner of tank for Caleb Williams and let's at least try to have a decent season. I get it that they ain't ready to beat a team like the Buffalo Bills, but they're talented enough to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. They could have beaten the Los Angeles Chargers too. The problem is they haven't played very well on offense all year. The defense just fought extra hard against the Denver Broncos and the Packers. Well, actually, they've been fighting all year. More on that later, but we've learned quite a bit about the Raiders from their Week 5 win against the Packers. We're going to get into that as well as what we've learned from the first 5 weeks of the season. As happy as I was to see the Raiders win, I didn't stay happy too long. Josh McDaniels is still the head coach and he appears to be doubling down on the brand of football he wants to play this year. It seems like every series is 2 runs and a short pass or 2 short passes and a run. McDaniels' approach on offense this year has been ineffective and boring to watch. There was at least some excitement in last year's offense with the quick strike from former Raider quarterback Derek Carr to receiver Davante Adams. Adams was among the lead leaders in explosive plays, so opposing defenses were scared to death of him. That would lead them to keeping 2 safeties deep so there would be no 8th man in the box to try to stop the run. Then of course, Jacobs and the running game get going. The defense stacks the box and they take a shot down the field to Adams again. Rinse, repeat. Opposing defenses have to pick their poison, so they never really stop an offense like that. I now see why Adams didn't see eye to eye with McDaniels on the direction of the offense. I don't see how anyone can see eye to eye with McDaniels with the way he's doing things on offense these days. Defensive coordinator Patrick Graham is the most maligned of all the Raiders coaches on McDaniels' staff, but he doesn't deserve it. Max Crosby's the only star he has on that defense, but Graham's making do with what he has. It's not too bad either. The Raiders are ranked number 14 in yards and 13 in points right now. Given the Raider offense is at the bottom of the league in time of possession and gives the ball away at the 3rd highest rate, that's pretty impressive. The dam broke against the Bills, allowing them to put 38 on the Raiders because the Raider offense. They turned the ball over 3 times and didn't do a lot after the first drive. They had the ball for only 20 minutes to 40 minutes for the Bills. The Raider defense held Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert to a career-low 167 yards passing and lost the game. If you told me before the game that Herbert will only pass for 167 yards, you could not convince me that the Raiders would lose that game. Oh, and all the talk about the Raiders looking for more turnovers finally amounted to something Monday night. They collected 3 interceptions. It's crazy to think the defense is the team's strength right now. Well, actually it isn't that hard for the defense to be the strength of the team right now because the offense is horrible. They're number 29 in yards and points. We're 5 weeks into the season and they have yet to score 20 points or more in a football game this year. So how does an offense go from number 12 in yards and points last year to number 29 in each category this year? Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo is holding the offense back. As bad as Carr was last year at times, Garoppolo is worse. He acts like Jacoby Myers is the best receiver in the league. He turns down Adams when he's wide open down the field to fit it in short to Myers to get it picked off. He does the same thing with slot receiver Hunter Renfrow. I'm still trying to figure out why he won't throw to him. Garoppolo finally gave tight end Michael Mayer a few opportunities to show what he can do Monday night, and the results were good. The biggest thing holding the offense back is Garoppolo not willing to throw the deep ball. Opposing teams are selling out to stop the run because they're not scared of Garoppolo. They can stop the run and the short pass with the same defense. The Raider offensive line has been a problem too. That's part of Garoppolo's problem. He too often speeds through his progressions in order to get the ball out quickly. On certain routes, you got to give your guy a chance to work his way open. Garoppolo doesn't do so well under pressure either, as he showed when he threw the ball too low while trying to get it to a wide open Mayer in the scramble drill. The Raiders have to do something to reduce the amount of pressure put on their quarterback. Right tackle Jermaine Illuminor has had a rough go of it this year so far, and as you well know, I've been pushing for Thayer Munford to start at right tackle and for Illuminor to move to one of the guard spots. You could take your pick for which guard he should replace. Neither one would make you write home about them. The unfortunate thing there is Illuminor got injured during the game Monday night and Munford went in and finished. It was good to see Munford at right tackle, but the Raiders need Illuminor to replace one of the guards. Either way, the Raiders need a few new offensive linemen next year. Left tackle Colt Miller is the only one that should be guaranteed his job. The Raider defense is number 23 against the run and tied for number 27 in sacks. What does that tell you? It tells me the Raiders are bad on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Yeah, outside of Max Crosby, there isn't much. I thought defensive tackle Jerry Tillery was going to help the pass rush more this year after coming over in the trade last year and helping. But so far, I haven't seen the same guy except for the dumb penalties that hurt the team. The guy I see looking the best for the Raiders at the 3 technique right now is Adam Butler. Crosby needs all the help he can get, so hopefully Butler can keep bringing it from the inside. And of course, we're still waiting for number 7 overall Tyree Wilson to show up on the opposite edge of Crosby. The new regime brought Andrew Billings in last year, and it looked like they found their run-stuffing nose tackle, but for some reason they didn't bring him back. Instead, they brought in John Jenkins this year. I'm not saying Jenkins is bad, but I'll just say this. The Raiders made a mistake. It would be harder to run the ball on the Raiders if they had Billings soaking up blocks so the linebackers behind him can run to the ball. One of the reasons why the Raider defense is so much better is middle linebacker Robert Spillane is now in Las Vegas. Like I said before, if you look at all the great defenses in history, they all have great linebackers. And of course, in today's game, you have to have linebackers that can cover. Spillane is known for his physicality and ability to play the run, but he has been all you can ask for against the pass so far this year. I thought he looked good in coverage from the beginning of this year, but in Week 5 against the Packers, he was absolutely lights out. Spillane came into this year with just 1 career interception, but he doubled that with 2 of them Monday night. They were both good plays, but one of them came as a result of Spillane stepping in front of the pass. The other came by way of the tip drill. It's exciting to see a guy that was more of a run stuffer improve his skills so much in pass coverage. You gotta love a Mike linebacker that doesn't have to come out on passing downs. GM Dave Ziegler picked Spillane up because he was an ascending player that improved his game every year. It's good to see him improve even more after he signed him. Now that the Raiders beat the Packers, the next 6 games on their schedule are looked at as winnable. That's how big of a win that was. There's no reason to believe the Raiders are there though. A loss to one of the next 6 teams they play can put them back in the same situation they were just in. What's really encouraging about the Raiders is the defense. Outside of one game that they were worn out because of the play of their offense, the defense is making stops, and Monday night they got not 1, not 2, but 3 turnovers. If the offense can get it together and put more points on the board, this can be a pretty good year for the Silver and Black. I can't wait to see how it all shakes out. Thank you for watching. See you next time.